Hello students. So far we have been that what are the infirmities, what are the bad behavioral traits which Lamb has noticed among the behavior of these married people. Now let's go ahead. Like as the arrows in the hand of the giant, even so are the young children. So says the excellent office in our prayer book appointed for the churching of women. Now he gives another example of a saying that like as the arrows in the hand of the giant, even so are the young children. If you give arrows in the hands of a giant, means अगर आप किसी दैत्य के हाथ में तीर कमान दे देते हैं, our children are like the same, यानी वो किसी भी दिशा में ना उनको शूट कर सकते हैं. जरूरी नहीं ना दैत्य आपकी बात माने, क्योंकि इट इज योर मिस्टेक दैट यू हैव गिवन हिम एरोज एंड नाउ ही कैन यूज देम इवन ऑन यू, है ना. अब वो उनको आप पे भी यूज कर सकता है. दिस इज व्हाट ही इज ट्राइंग टू से. ही सेड दिस इज द चर्चिंग बुक in our prayer books. It says this excellent saying, happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them, so say I. And he says, I add one more line to it, that happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. And that person is happy who has his quiver. Quiver is that tarkas, that instrument which hangs on the back of a soldier and to hold the arrows. So he says, happy is the man who has his quiver full of them, so say I. और ये मेरा कहना है कि वो आदमी खुश है जिसके तरकस में ये तीर ज्यादा होते हैं, जिसका तरकस इन तीरों से भरा होता है. But then don't let him discharge his quiver upon us that who are weaponless. But he says, okay, I also say this thing, that every man should be blessed with the children, and he must be happy who has his quiver full of arrows, means who has his house full of children. But then why should he discharge his arrows upon us who are weaponless? यानी हम जो बैचलर लोग हैं, हम जो सिंगल लोग हैं, हमारे पास ये वेपन्स नहीं है बच्चों वाले, तो वाई ही इज थ्रोइंग देम एट अस. लेट देम बी एरोज बट नॉट टू गाल एंड स्टिक अस. वो कह रहा लेट देम बी एरोज, अगर वो एरोज हैं तो एरोज होने रहने दो, लेकिन हमें उनसे ना मारें, उनका प्रयोग हम पे न करें. I have generally observed that these arrows are double-headed. They have two forks to be sure to hit with one or the other. And he says, now I must say this thing, that I have generally observed that these arrows are double-headed. Means ये जो arrows हैं, ये जो तीर हैं, इनके दो सिरे होते हैं, दोनों तरफ चलते हैं ये. And you are sure to hit with one or another. आपको एक सिरा, उस तीर का एक सिरा तो आपको जरूर लगना ही लगना, या तो पहला लगेगा या दूसरा. एज फॉर इंस्टेंस नाउ ही टेल्स अस दैट व्हाट आर दीज टू हेड्स एंड हाउ दे आर गोइंग टू हिट यू. As for instance, when you come into a house which is full of children, if you happen to take no notice of them, you are thinking of something else perhaps, and turn a deaf ear to their innocent caresses, you are set down as untractable, morose, a hater of children. Now he is talking about the first end of the arrow, कि एरो का जो पहला तीर होता है वो कौन सा होता है, वो आपको कैसे पियर्स करता है. वो बता रहा है that if you enter a house which is full of children, and due to some engrossment of your you might be thinking something else, and you don't pay any attention towards the children, even if they are making too much noise, but you still turn deaf to them, then you are being termed as untractable, unmanageable, morose, a hater of children. आपको बच्चों से हेट करने वाला, बेवकूफ, जिस आदमी को कोई चीज़ें मैनेज नहीं करनी आती, अनमैनेजेबल जो है, जिसको कुछ भी पता नहीं है कि कैसे बच्चों को खेलना होता है, कैसे नहीं, ऐसे आपको ट्रीट किया जाता है. यानी पहला जो एंड है उस तीर का वो क्या है कि अगर आप किसी ऐसे घर में जाते हैं जहाँ खूब सारे बच्चे हैं, लेकिन स्टिल आपने उनकी तरफ ध्यान नहीं दिया, बाई चांस आप किसी दूसरी जगह आपका ध्यान है और आपने वहाँ ध्यान नहीं दिया, तो आपको बेवकूफ़ के रूप में, बच्चों से घृणा करने वाला, इस रूप में आपको नेम्ड कर दिया जाएगा आपको। इस तरह से वो जो उसके पेरेंट्स हैं, उसके जो फैमिली मेम्बर्स हैं, एंड स्पेशली द वीमेन फोक जो है वो आपको इस तरह से कहेगी। ऑन द अदर हैंड, if you find them more than usually engaging, if you are taken with their pretty manners and set about in earnest to romp and play with them, some pretext or other is sure to be found for sending them out of the room. Now this is the uh, second side of the arrow. It says that if you enter the house, you find the children very pretty, you like their manners, and you start playing with them, then with one pretext or another they will be sent away from that room. है ना, समझ रहे हैं आप? मतलब दूसरा जो सिरा है उस तीर का, एक जो सिरा है वो तो क्या है कि अगर आप उन बच्चों के साथ नहीं खेले, आपने उनकी तरफ ध्यान नहीं दिया, देन यू आर टर्म्ड एज द चिल्ड्रन हेटर, आप बच्चों से घृणा करने वाले, क्योंकि आप ऑब्वियसली आप सिंगल हो, आप अनमैरिड हो, और अगर आपने उनके बच्चों की तरफ ध्यान नहीं दिया तो इट इज़ क्वाइट ऑब्वियस दैट वो आपको इस तरह से ब्लेम्ड कर देंगे। लेकिन दूसरी तरफ अगर आप उनके साथ खेलने लग गए, आप उन बच्चों को लाइक कर रहे हो, आप उनके साथ खेलने लग गए, तो किसी न किसी बहाने से वन और अदर प्रिटेक्स्ट दे विल बी सेंड अवे फ्रॉम द रूम, उनको उस रूम से बाहर भेज दिया जाएगा। दे आर टू नॉइजी और बॉइस्ट्रस और मिस्टर डज नॉट लाइक चिल्ड्रन, मतलब उनकी जो मदर है वो कहेगी दे आर टू नॉइजी, दे आर मिस्चीवियस एंड मिस्टर डोंट लाइक चिल्ड्रन, मतलब कोई ना कोई बहाना, या तो बहुत ज़्यादा शोर कर रहे हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा शैतानी कर रहे हैं, या आपके लिए कह दिया जाएगा कि इन मिस्टर को बच्चे पसंद नहीं, इसलिए आप दूसरे रूम में जाइए। With one or other of these folks, the arrow is sure to hit you. So he says that you are sure to be hit by one or the other folk of these arrows. ये जो बच्चों रूपी जो तीर हैं, इनके एक सिरे से या दूसरे सिरे से आप जो है पक्का हिट होंगे। I could forgive their jealousy and dispense with toying with their brats if it gives them any pain. वो कह रहा है कि okay, even if I forgive their jealousy and I can do away with playing with their braids if it gives them any pain, अगर इससे उनको कोई तकलीफ होती है तो मैं इस चीज़ से अपने आप को दूर कर लूँगा। बट आई थिंक इट अनरीजनेबल टू कॉल्ड अपॉन टू लव देम, लेकिन वो कह रहा है मतलब अगर वो ये चाहते हैं कि मैं उनके बच्चों के साथ ना खेलूँ, दैट इज़ क्वाइट ओके विद मी, बट what is troublesome to me is this, that when I am called upon to love them, means forcefully I am told to love them, I am told to play with them, and that is unreasonable for me, where I see no occasion to love to a whole family, perhaps at 9 or 10 indiscriminately. और वो कह रहा है कि I don't think that it is quite a good thing to love them all in a single turn, and that is also a whole lot at 9, 10 indiscriminately, without any discrimination. To love all the pretty dears because children are so engaging. Why should I love them? Just because the children are so engaging or their parents want me to love them? This is what he says I don't like. Now he will give us another example, that I know there is a proverb, love me, love my dog. That is always not so very practicable, particularly if the dog be set upon you to tease you or snap at you in sport. It says there is a proverb, एक कहानी है कि love me, love my dog. If you love me, then you have to love every habit, every thing related with me. That is a proverb. ये कहावत है कि if you love me, love my dog. अगर आप मुझसे प्यार करते हो तो आपको मेरे कुत्ते से भी प्यार करना पड़ेगा. But he says that that is not always a practicable thing. ये जो चीज़ है ये हमेशा प्रैक्टिस की जाए ऐसा नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि practically when the dog is set upon you to teach you, स्पेशली जब डॉग आपको परेशान कर रहा है, वो आपको खेल खेल में आपको काट रहा है, तब यू कैन नॉट लव दैट डॉग स्पेशली. बट ए डॉग और ए लेसर थिंग, एनी inanimate substance as a keepsake, a watch or a ring, a tree, or the place where we last parted when my friend went away upon a long absence, I can make shift to love because I love him, and anything that reminds me of him, provided it be in its nature indifferent and apt to receive whatever hue fancy can give it. But children have a real character and an essential being of themselves. I said, okay, I can love a dog or even a lesser thing than dog, like a tree, like a ring, or like even like a place where we have last meet. before I parted with a friend of mine, I can love all these things. Why? Because these things remind me of my friend. But he says that these things are uh, inanimate things. They don't have a character of their own. But children have a real character and an essential being of themselves. They are different in themselves. And a children cannot remind you of his parents, of your friend's son cannot remind you of your friend, because that child has his own character. He has his own tendencies. He has his own habits, and that's why I said that is not mixable. They are amiable or unamiable per se. It depends on the character, personality, or the habits of the children, that he is amiable or unamiable, that he is lovable or unlovable. I must love or hate them as I see cause for either in their qualities. And yes, it is quite true. He says, I am ready to love them or hate them, whatever I see them accordingly, in their qualities, in their features, in their habits. A child's nature is too serious a thing to admit of its being regarded as a mere appendage to another being, and to be loved or hated accordingly. He says a child is quite a serious thing to be used as a token of someone's memory and loved or hated accordingly. I cannot do this thing. They stand with me upon their own stock as much as men and women do. He says that children, they stand for me as on their own stock as men and women do, because they have their own character, they have their own personality. Oh, but you will say, sure, it is an attractive age. There is something in the tender years or of infancy that of itself charms us. He said, yes, it is quite true that there is something charming, there is something attractive in this small age, that every children attracts us. But I know that is the very reason why I am more nice about them. I know that a sweet child is the sweetest thing in nature, not even accepting the delicate creatures which bear them. He said, yes, I know that a child is the delicatest thing, sweetest thing in the nature, in the world, but I don't accept that thing to resemble with those delicate creatures who has given birth to him. But the prettier the kind of a thing is, the more desirable it is that it should be pretty of its kind. इसे लेकिन कोई भी चीज़ जो है वो कितनी भी सुंदर होगी, या वो जब हमें सुंदर या हमें अच्छी कब लगेगी, when it is the प्रेटी ऑफ इट्स काइंड, जब ये अपनी प्रकार में प्रेटी होगी, है ना। जैसे हम मान लो अडल्ट्स के बीच में एक बच्चा है, वो सबको प्यारा लगेगा, लेकिन बच्चों के बीच में अगर आपको प्यारा बच्चा लगेगा तो वो कैसे लगेगा, वो जो उनमें सबसे प्यारा हो। दिस इज व्हाट ही इज ट्राइंग टू से। वन डेजी डिफर्स नॉट फ्रॉम अनदर इन ग्लोरी। जैसे वो अब एग्जाम्पल दे रहा है कि अगर हम डेजी फ्लावर्स की बात करें तो एक डेजी फ्लावर दूसरे डेजी फ्लावर से किसी भी तरह से ग्लोरी में, सुंदरता में डिफर नहीं करता। लेकिन एक वोयलेट फ्लावर की अगर हम बात करें तो वो उन डेजीज के बीच में अगर एक वोयलेट का फूल उगा हुआ होगा तो वो वास्तव में उन सबसे अलग लगेगा। I was always rather squeamish in my women and children. He says, I am a bit squeamish. I feel unpleasant with my children and women. Women और children, जहाँ ये दो की बात अगर हम करें, या यहाँ जहाँ ये दो संबंधित होते हैं, वहाँ I feel unpleasant. I feel a bit upset. So this is his problem. But still, the parents, what they want? They want him to love their children, and that is what he complains about. So this is it for the day. Thank you.